Oh, I'm going to show you where the first skull is on Sierra 117. Now, the skull is at the very first beginning part of when you're battling the Covenant. We're going to go ahead and kill the Covenant dropship, kill the Covenant that come off that. And right over here, once you killed Covenant, over in this corner here, if you go past these weeds, there'll be a little ledge, and the skull is right there. That's the first skull. Now I'm going to show you where the second skull is on Sierra 117. Once you get to the final part of the mission, we have to rescue John. The skull would be on the top of the building, so we're going to go around here. You want to go up these stairs straight ahead. And there'll be Covenant coming in, just try to avoid them. You want to jump on this crate here on this ledge. Then jump up here. You're on top of the building. And then you just want to follow this building all the way over until you can't go any further. Go around here, and it should be to your right over here in this little corner, and there's your skull. Skull on mission number 2, Crow's Nest, is right at the very beginning. You want to jump up here, then try jumping on the metal bar, then up to the top of the pipes. Walk straight to the end of the pipes, and there's the very first skull on mission number 2, Crow's Nest.
Any birds less than 5 minutes out, bring them in.
Location where the skull is on Crow's Nest mission 2 is after you get to the part where you beat all the brutes and you're dropping down the pool here. The second drop off, which is straight ahead, is where the skull is. It's kind of tricky, but what you'd have to do is you want to slowly walk off the edge, but you want to be backing up as you fall so you get caught on the ledge. There's a little hidden area around the tunnel. As you can see, there's a little green arrow there. You want to go barely fall off and walk backwards, and there is your second skull on Crow's Nest. Now on Tassavo Highway, the skull location is once you break the first shield and you go through the tunnel, you want to stop and go left, jump off the bridge here. You want to work your way down, and you want to go to the very ledge, and then you want to jump there. Then you want to turn left and try jumping back on the platform. Follow this out, and then if you turn left, there'll be a rock there. Run and jump over there, and you have your skull for the Tassavo Highway. Now, the first skull location on the storm would be once you open up the gates and you're out here in the open, go ahead and destroy the wraiths. And then you want to have a vehicle to help you get on top of the silo here, and the skull's on the very top. Now if you have 2 people, you guys could just jump on top of each other to get up there. Otherwise you'll need like a support, like a vehicle or a grenade jump up. And this is the location for the skull on the storm. Now the skull location for the flood is pretty much right towards the beginning. You would need to have a gun like a BR to take on to get to the next skull. So as soon as you get down here, you want to have your gun scoped in at the top right building there. As soon as it hits checkpoint, scope in, and you want to shoot that infected before he jumps across the bridge. So scope in, you see the infected, shoot him, and he'll drop the skull. This may take a few tries because it's pretty tricky being able to time it just right on shooting. I've done this about 1,000 times, and that is the skull location for the flood. I'm going to show you the first skull location on the mission, the Ark. Once you defeat all the enemies on this area, you'll proceed over, and the skull is actually right up there. Now to get up there, we'll need to go climb the mountain. So I'll go ahead and show you this. Now there's kind of a boundary here, so we're just gonna I'll ditch the vehicle. You want to walk across here on the edge, work your way over. Now if you have two people, it'll be a lot easier getting all the skulls, because if you jump and try and get into it and you miss and you fall down, as long as you have another person up here, you can just kill yourself and you'll respawn. So right there would be the skull, and to get to it you'll need a grenade jump your way over. And this is the location of the first skull. Here's the location of the second skull on the arc. First you gotta destroy the scarab. And what you would need for a prerequisite on getting it, you need to go over here, and there's a couple grav lifts. You need to bring a grav lift with you. And to get this skull, it would be a lot easier if you had a partner with you, so both of you guys can get grav lifts. And the next step to get to there is you gotta enter this building once you defeat the scarab. So anyway, let's work our way up in here. Have a cookie. Come on, let's go. Right through these doors, we're gonna go down the stairs, and the grav lift should be placed down the bottom of the stairs, and the grav lift will shoot you up into the skull location. If this robot would freaking, go. Skip these guys. Okay, not these stairs. We're gonna go past this to the next set of stairs. Drop down here, and it's right in here. Okay, the skull is right there. So what you need to do is get your grav lift, drop it there, jump up, and there's the skull. And you need, if you have two people, put one grav lift, then have your other person drop the other grav lift, and it'll take you straight up there, and you can just walk right over to it. Otherwise, you may have some difficulty, but that's the location of the second skull on the arc. Skull location on the mission, the Covenant. Now, once you defeat the first barrier and you're able to get into one of these aircrafts, you want to, over there at the beach is where you'll pick it up. Head straight to your right, you'll hit a checkpoint. Instead of continuing on the mission, you want to turn right to this first structure you see here. We're going to go all the way up to the top. And we're going to be right up these stairs here. Get out of your vehicle. And here is the skull. So once again, you get in your vehicle, turn right, then hit the first structure. I'm going to show you the final 13th skull on the Covenant. Now what you need to do is, once you get to this part, go ahead and go down, kill all the Covenant, defeat Truth at the very end, and go ahead and come back, kill all the Flood so there's no more enemies. But do not go down the elevator. Get this skull, you have to jump through these rings in a certain order. And that order is 4, 6, 5, 4, 5, 3, and 4. So let's go ahead and start the process. The very first ring when you enter the room is ring number 1, and so on. So let's go ahead and head over to ring 4. And go ahead and note, to answer some of the questions that people have, you can do this in co-op. It will speed things up, definitely. So, we passed the first 2. Here we go, this is ring number 4. We'll go ahead and start the sequence. You need to jump all the way through it. It does not matter either way that you jump through it, just as long as you jump through. We're going to go to ring 6. And head back and go to 5. Then go to 4. Back to 5. And to 3. And finally, we're going back to 4. And this should make the rings turn colors. There you go, and you know you did it right when all the rings are flashing. You head back to where you killed Truth at, down by ring 7, and there should be the 13th skull sitting there. I would have been your daddy. Skull. Right at the ramp over here. And here it is. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Skull. Thank you for watching and subscribe. Once you get down to this part in the mission Cortana, the skull is actually above this big purple machine here. So, but to get up there, we recommend first try to kill as many enemies as you can so that they don't bug you on your trip out. And you look over and you see this wall right here. We want to use that for the staircase up, so we're going to jump up here on this ledge. Okay. You're going to jump over onto this ledge and try getting on the edge, because if you jump up you'll bounce and hit the wall and you'd fall back down. So you want to try working your way up each of these ledges here, and then you want to stay on the edge because that wall will block you from jumping. So stay on the very edge, jump up here, jump up again, and follow this across, and there is your skull. This is the skull on Cortana. I'm going to show you the skull location when you start off on the mission Halo. You want to follow this wall and keep following it to the right. Just keep following to the right. There'll be a little cave here. We're going to go through this cave. And there is your skull. Once again, this mission is Halo.